Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hope everybody's doing fine today. Today's Mars's day. What? Crazy day. So welcome. Few. I've been doing some thinking. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I've been doing some thinking and just observation. And good morning. Good morning. And doing my observation and along with, the astrology and is kind of taking a step back from this all. And what does that mean by taking a step back? So, being an observer and watching how things are erupting in and around the world and watching the eruptions unfold and watching how different people are playing the chess game. There's a chess game going on. It's a game. And how are you playing your game? And the thing is with the chess game, and I'm not a chess player, but to my understanding is that you want to protect your king, not your queen. You want to protect your king. And I feel like there's this, with this game going on how do you want to play the game? How do you want to play the game? Now, a lot of people are freaking out right now in what has been said and the things that have been coming out. But I feel like this is a wake up, people to be observant and wake up. This is a time where, when I'm not an economist, I'm not a financial person, just like, but this is a time to really start paying attention on because most Canadians that I know and are very conservative with how they deal with their finances and deal with things. I think this is a time of awakening, of not panicking, but watching, observing, and getting smart on how you want to diversify. Because this is coming down to, and this is, along with the astrology, where I'm finding that this is coming in because we have a full moon in Leo. This is coming into a realization of opening your heart. And as you open your heart, look at your fears. And there's a lot of fear that is coming in. There's a lot of fear that is coming towards you about where your money is, the banking system, the whole bit. So there's a lot of fear that's being proposed all around. And this is where it's like, okay, all right, I'm going to take a step back and I need to look at this. Now, a couple things that I found interesting and listen to Ray Dalio. Dalio, he's a famous economist, and some of the things that he said has been very he's been on the market, like he's been on the market. And as Ray has said things like he's, some of his predictions when it came to the economy, he's been pretty bang on. And he's been doing this. He's not a young whippersnipper. He's been around the block a few times. And he has he's a well-off man. He's written a book, a few books that he's written. And this is where I find that it's time for us to really take a look at where things are heading and how things are going to be unfolding over the next couple days for everything. And with everything, with the astrology as it's coming in and we're building up to this full moon, I find that we have to really come into our heart because we got to believe in our heart. So if you think, so when you, whatever you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your word. And then it'll become your reality and see it in your mind. Eventually, you can hold it in your hand. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind, and what gets ingrained is in your subconscious mind becomes your unconscious activity. What you repeatedly do, so what you were taught and how you were taught, you just automatically do. You just automatically. And here comes this energy that's coming in, that's awakening us to look at what we have been doing automatically in our belief systems, our values. What have you been doing that has been just an automatic thing? Just, we just do that. We've always done it that way. So it's a subconscious, it's an unconscious activity. The way that we watch our news, the way that we just get up and do our day-to-day routine and, whatever is being said, or, politicians, or our work. This is what we do, right? So it's unconscious. It's an unconscious activity. It's something that we have repeatedly do, and it's been ingrained. So we have a lot of things that have been ingrained within us. With these new light codes that are activating what I'm going to call the Holy Trinity within you, that are activating this energy that is within you, the Holy Trinity, is really getting things ungrained. As it's becoming ungrained, it's becoming uneasy. It's like I feel like, yes, we're all backing. Yes, we want the truckers to do what they're doing. We want this peaceful. They're doing peaceful things. Many, some of us are watching from the comforts of our homes. Some of us cannot get there. It's unfeasible. It's just, we're unable to get there, which is fine. But this is where we're starting to look at. It's like, the pressure's on. So what have we done in our lives when the pressure comes on? When the shit starts hitting the fan, what do? Because I feel the dial, now you've heard me talk about the dial before, but the dial is starting to crank up. So we are starting to crank that bitch up. It's getting cranked, baby. And so we're going to start getting extremely uncomfortable. And this is where we have to begin when we know this. This is why I love astrology. It's letting me know things are going to get cranked up. And then I listen to, some of my economist friends that I do. Some of them are clients of mine, some, or been friends with me for a while. And I love it. I love this stuff because it interests me. I don't sometimes understand it fully, but I just get intrigued because there's a trend. There's some kind of trend in how things move and how people react. So there's a trend in how things, move and react. So we are seeing this trend happen. We're seeing this unfold before our eyes. Now, when we understand that and we know that, we can take a step back. I got sent a declaration, or anyways, by about 10 people. I think now it's 12. And I kind of laugh and I'm just like, okay, I see what I see this. I'm not going to react either way, but I become observant with what's going on. I come observant with people and their body language. And this is where, for me, this is the greatest lesson of not reacting. This is my great lesson of not reacting, to be the observer, breathe through it, and watch. And as I'm watching, what I'm noticing is that there's this thing that's happening. And Ray talks about it. And I found it interesting that how many people went into the Super Bowl game. Now, one person said to me, "Why would they have it on this weekend? What's so great about this weekend?" And I'm like, it's a Valentine's weekend. What's so great? Why? I mean, this was methodically thought out on having it on this date. and getting things together. So this was kind of like everything, a lot of things are methodically thought up on how they want to do things or present things to the world. And as I'm seeing this is like, whoa, well, they got all of these people together and all of these people and all, this great things. And as of today, to my understanding, now people can just double check it, but I think this is what I saw, that the mandates in California for the unveiling have been lifted. Interesting. Interesting. And as things were going crazy, a lot of people, and the other thing is like because of the big show that happened on Sunday, a lot of people might have been a little bit hungover on Monday, like, oh, a little bit, because they had a little bit maybe too much of this and too much of that. And this is where other things start to go on and how they want to reveal other things. And so that's the thing is like, when I looked at the astrology and I'm looking at this and so I ask for signs. I ask, okay, give me some signs on what I need to understand. And what I received was crazy. Like I get weird things sent to me from different people, or I just happen to open up my TikTok or one of my social media thingies, and I open up, and then there's somebody there that I've never seen before. And I'm just like, oh, this is interesting. Well, let me listen. Let me follow this down. And so I follow the leads, follow the crumbs. And it's like, oh, so this person is even saying to take a step back and sort of observe of what's going on. What is the show that's being played? What are they trying to get you to not look at? And it's trying to move you away from something. What are they trying to move you away from? What is this going on? Why is this coming now? And it's not about the truckers. This act has nothing to do with the truckers at all. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. It has a little bit. I mean, yeah, they played a part in this and in which they should in what they're doing and bringing that light energy. That's the thing, is that they're carrying this energy that is bringing that divine masculine with the feminine and allowing for things for people to be aware. So if they didn't do what they did, you would not be as aware of what's going on within politics or paying as much attention. I bet you more people are paying attention to politics today or what's happening within the government than they ever have. They've sort of turned a blind eye. Oh, okay, got to wear this. Oh, okay, I'll go do that. Now people are like, whoa, what's going on? I need to see. I need to be open to this. And it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. So we have this uncomfortable energy that's here, that's getting us to really look at what's been ingrained. And as we start to look at what's ingrained, we start to see things in a different way. And some of it has to do with a whole nother narrative that is coming down. What's being played on the backside. And now this is where Pluto and Capricorn comes in. This is where Venus is rotor-rooting, and same with Pluto, rotor-rooting all of this stuff up. And a lot of times people are like, oh, that's just that's too much for me. I don't want to see that. I just want to get along with my life. And this is where it's like finding out that, why did they just raise that? Why did they take that away? And why are they having closed meetings? Oh, are interest rates going up? Certainly wouldn't be going down. That's interesting. I think interest rates are going up. I think there's some announcements on interest rates going up. And I think the next thing that you're going to see, because they're trying to get you converted over here on what's happening with Mr. Putin and the rest of the gang. So all the gang is getting called in. getting called in. So all of them are getting called in because there's something that's going to happen tomorrow, which is the full moon. Something is going to be activated there. Just got a feeling. Just saying, this full moon with Mars and Venus conjuncting, and because there's still some information, we're not getting the full picture, but there's a feeling that something's going to get activated there. Because why did we send close to $1 billion over there? And why would they need $1 billion? And why do they want to do these things with a bank? That means that there's less cash flow. Why do you want less cash flow? Uranus and Taurus, changing the bank rules. Has this happened before? Yeah, it has. It has. And so this is where we don't panic. You don't get your panties in a knot. You don't start freaking out. You start to be coming into this place of observation and coming into your heart. And when you can come into your heart, then you can think in your mind will eventually become your word and become your reality. So this is where we want to do this energy. And with this full moon in Leo is bringing us into coming into our heart, allowing us to see and allowing us to look at and be open to our vulnerability and the restrictions that we have placed upon our own selves through our fear, so it can fall away for us to come into our trust. So we have this energy that's coming in that's letting us know not to freak out. There's a chess game coming in, and there's going to be some sacrifices that might have to be made because you got to get uncomfortable. Got to get uncomfortable with this all. And this is where you got to look at it. It's like, okay, well, who's the directors right now? Who's directing things? But I don't want to be in that play. I don't want to be in that. So what am I going to do in order for me not to be in that play anymore? For me not to be under that direction? I see what they're doing. Do I think they'll get away with it? No, I don't. But we got to be open to the unlimited energies that are coming in and go within. And this is a purge in aligning. This is getting us to go into that deep dive because we're ungraining. Whatever's been ingrained within us, it's coming out and it's going to be uncomfortable. Not everybody is going to want to do this because it's in our subconscious and it's things that we do unconsciously. So when you see people reacting and getting angry and mad and upset, you got to take a step back and say, okay, why are you so angry and mad? Not everybody's going to be on the same playing field. And that's going to be okay because we are on a new changing of the world order. This is new. This is uncharted territories that we're heading into. And there can be some real beautiful things that can come out of this in amongst the clearing of all what is no longer needed. And stepping into your life on how you want to live it. Now you can bring in the excuses. Well, oh my God, but look at what they're doing. They're putting this on us, and they're doing this, and they're doing that. It's like, okay, is that going to stop me from living my life to the full completeness that I want to live my life? No. Is this going to get me to awaken so I learn how to be better with my money? Damn fucking rights. I'm not a rich person, by no means. Whatever, financially rich, that's for sure. But this is getting me to really look at, and people are saying, don't do crypto, da da da. I'm like, okay. But with Uranus and Taurus, this is getting us to look differently at how we deal with money. And with Uranus coming in Taurus, that is having us to really look at what's been there, what's been tried and true, what's worked out through the past. And that's where it comes in, because we could go into that south node and go into our passions and all of the crazy or deep desires. But here we go with, our rising up. Where are we rising up? Things have to be built in a certain way, and we need to maintain our composure on how things are built. And with the sun or with the moon squaring the nodes, yeah, it's a restriction. It's looking at our wants, our needs, our desires. We want to be comfortable. We want to keep our homes. We want to make sure that we can go to the bank and buy our things. Yeah. But this is where, with this full moon, all want to heat. This is heating up the tundra. This is heating up a lot of energy. This is fire. It's heating up. And this is looking at what's heating up. And this is to be uncomfortable, to bring us into our true, authentic selves. What does that look like for you, standing in your true, authentic self? And this is where not everybody's going to be in that. Maybe you are the activist. Maybe that is a part. I've done a few readings lately on people, and I'm looking at the chart and I'm like, whoa, you're in a lineup with this activism. You're in a lineup to really help the underdog. That's one of your callings at this time. You're in this for the next 2 years. And they're like, yeah, I've been really feeling it. This is really what I want to do. Yes. Well, do what you need to do, what's right for you. It could be going to different places. It could be going downtown to when people are gathering. Yes. Or it could be that you're going to the soup kitchen, or you're starting your own food drive. So this could be, something that you are starting to do in your own unique way. But the thing is, it's getting uncomfortable. And Mercury's still in shadow. It'll be in shadow until it gets to 10 degrees. It's only at 1 degree right now. And this is what has happened. What has happened, and it's not done. It's not done. This is to where our projection is, where our money is, where our relationships. This is looking at our transparency within our own selves, and we're going to see the transparency within the other agenda that is going on. But you have to be aware of it to understand it, but you don't fall into it. You don't fall into it. This is where you got to come back into your calmness. And if you start going down, crazy lane, you can. But this is like, okay, I'm going to do some objective view, and I'm going to start looking more into, what is the trend here? Because it doesn't matter, like it may not be exactly the same, but there's always some sort of trend when it comes to the economy. Always has been. Always has been. Because the thing about a human being, humans are going to be humans. We have trends that we do and how we react. But when we recognize them, we can change them. How do we want to change them? And this is a fine time, because the way the energies are and the way the light codes are coming in, activating that beautiful energy and that Holy Trinity within us, our body, mind, and spirit. Activating that is getting us to move into a new direction. And that's where these light codes are coming in. So we're on a fabulous journey right now. And I was going to come on last night and I was like, okay, no, you gotta just sit with this. And as I sat with it and was like, yeah, it frustrated me. I noticed different things on people's reactions, watching them. But then I was watching different, on like, ooh, people are getting all riled up over here and this is going crazy over here. And then it's like, no, just hold your line. Just continue doing what you need to do. Everything's going to, it's all going to wash. It's all going to be fine. Just throw it in the wash. We're going to get through this, but it's going to take us a little bit and we are going to be uncomfortable. We're going to find that, especially today and tomorrow, we're coming into a turbulent energy. And, where Mars wants to be dominant and have things that are connecting and have things in a certain way. Rawr! Okay, it's there. And you might be feeling it within yourself. Honor that feeling, honor that frustration, because this is getting us to build in a new way. But you got to honor how you're feeling. Honor that frustration. I'm not saying to go dormant and not do anything. This is like, okay, all right, I see what's going on. I see that, okay, they're going to, yes, I can tell you, they're going to raise interest rates about three or four times this year. Yeah. I've been, sort of mentioning that to people, but this is where it's like, okay, diversify. How do I diversify? There are ways of investing now that you've never been able to invest before, but you might have to do a little bit of research on it. So it's time to do some investing. Time to look at things in a different way. You don't understand the crypto coin. It's not going away. I honestly do not think it's going away. It's going to evolve in some kind of new way. Educate yourself. You don't understand the market or you don't understand. It's like, okay, no, I'm not going to go in with all these big wigs and stuff like that. But what's tried and true? What are the things that throughout history, there goes my coffee, throughout history, what have we always used? Gold, silver. Is oil and gas going to go away? Don't think so. Don't think so. So this is where we have to start really looking at what it is and coming out with fresh eyes. And it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve for all of us. Right? And this is where you see that energy coming out and you're like, okay, what is your agenda? Here you're trying to put everybody in fear. And we know the C is gone. Like the C thingy is, the is fading away. So what comes after? Okay, I see it. So what does that mean? And this is where it's like, okay, I'm going to shine some light and love onto this because we want to make some changes. Will the mandates get lifted? Definitely will get lifted. Will the state of emergency? Depending what he declares next. We'll find out probably tomorrow, throughout the next, as they say, the next 48 hours. But I can guarantee there's something going to happen over in Europe in the next day or two, if not. Yeah, in the next day or two, something's going to happen there. So we just send love. We send an understanding. We come into our calmness. Look at if we're getting angry, we're getting frustrated, what's been ingrained? Why are we doing this? And I had to do that. Man, I had to do a lot of unraveling to really look at, yeah, but I want to live my life. And I'm going to live my life. And I know I'm going to live my life because I'm going to step into my truth. And I'm not going to deny that. So step into your truth, step into your knowingness, and know, hang on, buckle up. We're going for a ride. And it's going to be a crazy one. So I'm going to send you all out with so much love. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you do and all that you be. If you are wanting a reading or a consultation, definitely get a hold of me. Love to connect. Love to look at your natal chart and let's discuss it and do some deep dives into your life and into your chart on where you can go and how you can deal with what is happening in your world. And also, we have the tarot class coming up in March. So it's every Wednesday evening for the whole month of March. Come and join me. It's going to be fun. We're going to do a dive into the tarots. And the tarots really do reveal a lot on the energies that are going on. So hopefully we can connect and have a blessed day. Have a great day and enjoy. And we will talk to you guys tomorrow, if not before. Blessed be everybody. Bye bye.